Friends, and I mean friends, all of you are my friends, especially you. Thank you so much for showing up. I see you guys kind of like that cutting and skidding video. Now they were just hazard trees. That's not production logging per se, but on every job you get them trees that you kind of work around a little bit and your log pile starts getting full, then you go get them trees. You pick up the loose ones that are just one here and one there because you get them regions, and you work out your hazard trees. If the cutter is way ahead of the skidder, he will work a hazard tree out here and there, or just one of them loose ones, as long as you know how to find it. In the wintertime, the cutter never gets too far from the skidder operator because you don't want a lot of trees down on the ground and having snow on them. You can't find the darn things. I mean, isn't that amazing? You'd think, well, why not? You just can't. It doesn't happen. You have an interest in that kind of stuff. I knew you would. I'm getting where I can do it some now. I want to get where I can do it more. The weight thing, yeah, it's working. I still got a long way to go, guys. See that? The ball. Stay on that ball. I don't have reactions like a cat right now, but at least like a good rhinoceros. Okay, let's go with that one. Am I too old for logging? No. Am I going to do what I did when I was 30? No. But I'm wiser. I learned. When I was 30, I'd rip, tear, I'd take chances like you don't know. And all of you older loggers, mention this in these comments. You tell them what it's like when you was 30 to your age now. You tell me what the difference is. You learn. When you slow up, you become more efficient. You'll get just as much done at the end of the month. Maybe one day won't be, but then you're setting up the next 2 or 3 days. Everything you're doing, harvesting timber, is important. You're protecting the land. You're culling the trees. People that are tree huggers don't understand. We are the guys that weed the garden. Okay? I bet they weed their gardens if they grow one. Okay, so it's like that. It's important to cull trees. You have to leave good trees that are seed trees. You have to have 3 stages of growth. Everybody in the Northeast at least understands that. And anywhere where there's hardwoods, you want the full mature trees, and they have a big canopy. They protect the young trees and the saplings. You try not to run over anything, but I had a forester tell me years ago, a good forester, a young fella, but he was up and coming. Logging in the Northeast is controlled destruction. Okay, that's right. There was some mention in them comments. I seen you guys really, some of you really hammered on them guys. Don't defend me. You don't have to. Am I proud of you for doing it? Heck yeah. Man, you're my friends. Man, I'll defend a friend. I'll poke somebody if they say something to one of my friends. Just keep in mind, when in these videos, we're on more mainstream YouTube. They don't know us. They don't know our nice little community we have here. They don't have an understanding of who we are. They're just bitter people. Let's try to encourage them to stick around and watch a little more. And all of us learn together. You're never too old to not learn. I'm learning all the time. And I'll tell you what, there's a lot of you guys I learn from. I learn from you too. So when you share something, don't think, oh, gee, I wish I didn't put that in there. No, I'm listening. I'm paying attention. Importantly, other people are paying attention. Do we all have sage advice? No. Do I? Sometimes. I say what works for me. That's what I do. These hazard trees, I see the biggest negative remarks were about how long it takes for me to cut a tree. I can fly timber to this day. I mean, fly it. Believe me. And you'll see that. you're going to see in the future no bull crap about it. What production logging really is, the speed things happen. We're going to try to get that on camera of what it takes to stay ahead of a darn good skidder operator. Like my logger buddy, he's probably one of the best I've worked with. He knows his business. He really does. And if he gets a wild hair up his butt, he's running all over you. Well, cutters have things they do then. If you want to understand what my world is. A skidder operator will get going so fast, you don't want to slow him up, really. You don't want to discourage him. You don't want to piss him off because they're going to be all over you then. So what you do, let's say you need a little time to, about every 10, 12 trees, sometimes with you like to give just a little bit of a dress with your file, and you need that time. Or you're getting, I cut 10 trees, I can do 10 trees cut and top and mark them on a tank of gas as a rule. Let's say about the second round of that, about 20 trees, I know I'm going to have to fill my saw up, plus touch it up, and that skidder operator's raining on me. I won't give him perfect hitches in a drive-through and you just pick them up. They learn real fast working with you that just hold up a minute. They kind of know when. I'll cross a couple tops up. Now, that's a warning that either slow up or I'm going to slow you up because you crowd me too far. All of a sudden, he's used to all morning. It's been great hitches. You just picks them and picks them and picks them, just drives right through them and goes. And then all of a sudden, he gets across top. That means the butt of the logs are like this. That's my sign. They're like, hey, next hitch, take a little time on a landing, sharpen your saw because I'm going to sharpen mine. We do this without talking to each other. You can't talk to each other. You don't want to talk to each other. It slows things up too much. The comments that you guys have left in the last 6 months have impressed me. That's about how long we've been doing this, 6 months. I'm going to start, and today's going to be a day I'm going to do it too. I brought my other tablet out so I can read some comments. I'm not answering many. Sorry. I will get where I can when I get caught up on saws. I'm not going to stay in the shop working until Wednesday or Thursday this week. I did need a little time to get some things done around here and set some new things up for the channel. And it's time consuming. You guys know it. There's some of you that's got channels too that you understand what I'm saying. We're going to be right back in the swing of things on the saws. I got a lot of them built, trust me. I don't want to take any more saws right this second for just a little bit. Those of you that have contacted me know the time frame that I want to see your saw. And that's all doable. We got behind when we couldn't get parts for a while, but we got that problem solved. So I'm happy with that. Okay, let's go through some comments together. There's 2 things I want to do. I'd like to every 2-3 weeks do a live feed. I think we ought to do one soon. Moderators, pay attention. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Please. Because if too much crap starts coming up, I'll just shut it off. That's just the way it is. I'm not going to deal with that. But, so moderators. We might need more moderators. I don't know. Let's see what kind of views we get on that. I'm not going to make a 5 or 6 hour. I'll do 45 minutes or something like that. That's about all I can handle and about all you guys need. As long as you had ample notice. We had one coming up in the next little bit, what day would you want it? I mean, what's the best day? Leave that in the comments. I'm on East Coast time, okay? So tell me what time is best for you guys. I'll try to fit the right one in. That's what I want to try to do. So, yeah, we're going to do a live feed here soon. A lot of good comments have to be read. Just bear with me a moment. The last one was by Paul Morey, 23 minutes ago. He's talking about great work. This is part 5 of the saw builds we did. I put them in a playlist so you guys can refer to them anytime. Good work, hard. Would love to see the muffler mod. Okay, yeah, no problem. When we get to building a couple mufflers, I do very few. I'm not building them to sell. It's not going to happen. I'm going to build a few muffler mods. Once in a while, one of your saws are going to get one. That's when I have time to do it. If down the road I want you to have one later, you'll just get it in the mail. That's what's going to happen. And we're getting some really cool Barney Cool vapes. He's from all the best of the Ironhorse family from Sweden. Guys in Sweden are watching. I love it. Actually, quite a few foreign countries, more than you'd ever believe. Eric Harris asked, and this is a recent one, is the old 48 a good saw? Yeah, that's vintage. He says, everyone said the old 41 is a better saw. From what I remember of it, I've only run one old 48, but I know there was a few carb problems and stuff that the man had, and he traded it off for an old 45 Super like my dad's. But I'm going to tell you something. It's all the same design. Old 41, old 45, 56 mags. They're all the same design. It's a great design. It worked. It really did. It's like the Max. A lot of the Max, boy, when they got something that worked, they gunned it. They stuck with that. So didn't Pioneer. So there you go. Homelight did the same thing. You know. Mahey Petrosano. Is that right? Mahey, whatever. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. He's asking about the G72 or 660 Holtz Forma. Here's the deal. Them are cheap saws. When you get your little kit or whatever and you put one together, you can buy them complete now. It'll tell you it's not designed to put together and run as a saw. It's per part. It's a complete parts kit. Okay, so they got a disclaimer. When the Chinese give you a disclaimer, I want you to think about that. Here's your deal, buddy. All of you pay attention to that one. Change your crank. In some cases, the bearings run good. In the 660s, the bearings aren't good enough. In them 372, the bearings are great, so are the seals. Go get a used Husqvarna crank or buy an NWP crank from Wolf Creek as soon as they're available. They're not available yet. But for about $40, $50, you can get a good used crank off eBay. Put that in there. Okay? Get a Highway or Meteor or whatever your favorite brand or an OEM top end. Okay? Put that on there. That's everything inside that saw then, okay? You can deal with the clutch or the ignition or anything that's going on. I'm giving you good advice. I'll tell you why. Because when that stuff come up a few years ago and started getting recognized, I wanted to see for myself. And I learned these things. Bucket had one that somebody had donated to them. And they found the same thing out we did. It's just not going to work. Just doesn't. I know there's going to be some of you who say, well, mine's been working great for 2 years. You're the lucky one. I'm sorry. You're the lucky one. I can run across the 4-lane in New York City, too. But how many times am I going to do it before I get hit by a car, It probably is going to be more of the chances of how many times do I not get hit by a car, Ken Andrew. He says, just found the channel. Welcome, Ken. All of you new subscribers, thanks for being here. I know it's kind of like a live feed, but it's comments. It's all the same to me. Thanks for being here, Ken. He calls me a gentleman. Well, thank you. I don't know if I've earned that yet. Sometimes I'm not a gentleman. Sometimes I am. He says, no BS. Just say it how it is. Love it. Yeah, I can't help it. That's who I am. Am I opinionated old bugger? Yeah, I am. Are my opinions always right? Nope. I got friends that are meters for me. They help me. They tell me when I'm politically correct and when I need to be. I don't understand politically correct yet. That's not something I'm not used to. I'm just going to flip through. I'm going to miss a whole lot of your comments. Yeah, guys, Santa brought me some new bibs. He did, too. You know what's funny about these bibs? This is my second pair. Barb bought the same size that I've been wearing this last summer. He wants to see something funny. It's hilarious, Yeah, isn't that funny? When you wash them, they shrink. If she turns the dryer on high, she'll make me feel like I gained 4 pounds and I quit eating. I think she does that deliberately, you know. Hillbilly Yellow says, oh, I really like the decals on the power saws. On that cutting video, he's talking about old Dave with the Stars and Stripes. Yeah, we got a series of them coming up. First saw we're going to build in November. Yeah, that didn't happen, didn't it? Parts. And now I'm behind. I can't get to them. I'm going to burn them out as soon as we can. That's why I'm going to really slow up. We got special saws to build. We might get down to that's what we're really doing is just building some special saws for a while. And I love that mixed bag of you guys. I asked about that 041. Should I tweak that a bit or should I leave that alone when I put that 041 with that new piston into it? Okay. You guys, on average, have said give that a mild port job and let her breathe a bit. But don't kill it. You know what? That's what we're going to do. We're going to make it nicer. Are we trying to get a horsepower animal? But no, it's a 44 millimeter darn piston. I'm not going to do that to it, you know. We had Stump Jumper come right in there pretty hard on my video watching. When another logger like him says he likes what I do, I really appreciate it. I like it when all of you say that. It good or bad, you know. It is what it is. Yeah, new overhauls. I'm trying to find some really nice Peter Delarma. He said he on the 041 mild port. Been thinking about my New Year's project. I think I'm going to do a new 395 instead of a 2130. Best deal you ever did. Build the 395. I'm going to tell you that other side, 2130, that's pretty big, pretty heavy. You're not going to run that a lot. Yeah, it is. Peter Angeli, he says something nice, and I didn't think about this. He says, Harvey, ultra-silent cleaner, don't ever put anything in the fluid. Put the parts you want to clean in a jar with a choice of cleaning product. And then put it in the fluid. That way, fluid will remain clean for a long time and save a lot of money. He says, Steve from Steve Small Engine Saloon demonstrates this beautifully on video. I watch him. I'm subscribed to him. He's a nut, ain't he? I'm going to do that. I'm going to try that because I see the principle. If I already got my fluid already heated up to my temperature and I put all my little parts, like for a chainsaw carburetor, in a jar, that's going to heat that fluid. Is that going to extend my my time? Probably 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I don't care. I got all day. Great comment. This is what I'm talking about. I learned from you guys. You know. Jacob Monahan. Harvey, find out if your buddy will make and sell me a set of those degree wheel adapter doohickeys. Yeah, that's what I called them too. I'll pay for them. Shoot me an email if you want. Blah, 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 email. Harvey, I just love your videos. I check at least 3 times a day to see if you have a new one up. Thanks, Jacob. He's going to sell some. Pat Saw and Winch. Go down through on these, I think it's on the Skidder video, that he is advertised. He said, yeah, and how to get a hold of him. He's going to build and sell these adapters. We're talking about these ones here that mount on a degree wheel. I'm using that degree wheel with one of these adapters to hold my tablet right now. Here, I'll show you. Yeah, see? That works for me. Yeah, keep it simple and stupid. Oh, simple, stupid, I know. Okay, one guy. You guys want to see what this hat said. Wood Cutting Boys from Newfoundland. They're the ones that sent that P38 we're going to build for bucking. I got to have a coil for that. I understand an XL12 home light coil fits too. We're going to look around and see what we can find. But I got an idea that we might get other coils that fit that too. The Prestolite coils, I talked to Pat. at Pat Saw and Winch. He didn't have one. He thought maybe he had one, but he didn't have one. I understand that they were a little more of a problem than some other coils. So what? We don't care. We'll get it fixed. Light porting. Yeah, see, give it a light cleanup. Light porting. Now, this is what I'm seeing in the comments on the 041. Boy, there's so many comments. It's unbelievable. They like my new bibs. I like them too. Okay, you guys were asking about that Dolmar that we're putting a 66 mag top end on and the goofy carburetor and that all arrangement. I've got to get up to the machine shop. Through the holidays, it was a bad time to do any of that. I got to build about 10 saws before I can get to that. So just know that's. I've got another project in the machine shop. Oh, I got two more. One I'm not talking about yet. It's on the Max. Yeah, we're gonna turn a few Max right just loose. We'll start with the 1010s. I think we'll do the 850s after we get the 1010 done. We're building new parts for the Max so we can actually run them. I mean, run them. That's the way it is. Jay Woods asked, talking about the 041. He says, a port job to enhance the torque. Yeah, that's exactly it. I'm not getting RPMs out of it. Okay, here's Pat's Saw and Winch. It's Pat's Saw and Winch at gmail.com. If you want some of them adapters, go to Pat's Saw and Winch at gmail.com. And he'll get it for you. Here, I'll just see if I can't do this. Well, hopefully that was good enough and you guys could see it. I got to take down my Christmas tree and these ornaments. That's what the next few days about. Area beautification. I've got stuff all over here that doesn't need to be in here. It's getting a little cluttered and I got to do something about it. Let me go back a little ways. I got to get past that video. Mac Evans says login video was great. Hey, we had great fun with that one. We really did. Robert Black, he got a kick out of that. Keep the channel small. Don't hit subscribe. Sorry, you're way too late for that, Iron Horse. I'm starting to figure that out, boys. We're at 19,000 on that views on that cutting a skid, and I didn't see that coming. And that was just an entry level of what we're going to do. That was basically, hey, you're going to see, this is what you're going to see. That was low key. You're going to see some fast paced stuff. And I'm going to tell you what, I got to get some more of this weight down. I'm doing it. I got to do more of that kind of work. You know that. And I'll tell you why. Buckin's coming out. And he cutting me. Well, that crazy rascal's 9 years younger than me about. It's going to be hard to keep up with him, but I am so looking forward to it. I don't have any trouble. I don't. I'm slow and I'm gimpy. You guys know that. Especially those guys of you that's been here since the beginning. There's been changes in me. My attitude, a lot of it, really has. I didn't know there were so many great people out there. And I'm grateful to know you. I really am. We have a parts supplier that's in the initial phase of talking about wanting me to review some of their parts. I'm not sure we're going to do it or not. We're going to see. They chainsaws, lawnmowers, and other power equipment. They want to sponsor me for this stuff. Let's just see what it's all about. There is new things coming up all the time. I might not do it. Guys talking about different things they had when they're cutting. I really like it. Richard Sullivan, Harvey, that Makita / Dolmar. Yeah, that's what it is. It's impressive. It cuts very smooth. Great job following those trees like the bore cut through the over and undercuts and the wedge bang on the side. Yeah, every one of them are side. They had side lean. You got to turn them a long ways. Ash in the wintertime all by itself is real tricky because it's dry. It doesn't hold the hinge very good. And you'll rip a surfboard off in a second. So I do spend a little more time on ash. That ash is brittle because of ash borer. That's dangerous stuff to cut right there. It really is. I know you guys are glad to see me cutting. I was too. And nobody got hurt. Old man Fred, you tickled me on this one. Watching a professional is a great time, even if he is old and gippy. Yeah, how do you walk? If you worked all your life, and I know you did. Anybody at my age is just get right out there and goes jogging and stuff, and they don't have any trouble, never did nothing. There's doers and then there's watchers. All you guys are doers, and I know it. Bill A. from New Jersey. The one constant between you and bucking is eye in the sky. Gotta look up. That's all the bad stuff comes from. You know what? That's it. Your head's on a swivel. When you already know, and the trees all the way around you, what's out there. You know it. Is it going to stay in a tree or isn't it? And I'm not talking stuff that fell out of another tree. I'm talking the dead limbs. Be very aware of that crap. And look at a tree from a couple different views. One of you guys made a comment and he was being nice about it, and that's cool, and I'm happy. He's talking about, gee, we love you, guy, but why don't you clean out your trails better, you know? I do. I clean them out wonderfully. I know what you're referring to. You're talking about that pile of old slash. It was at the end of that hollow ash that I wung around. I didn't move that. In fact, I added to that. There was a lot of little brush and stuff. I had that area cut all the way out. I'm not going to walk right there in that pile of slash. I'm going to tell you why. At any point, if I lose control of that tree, what can happen? All of you that's loggers, have about 1 over 1,000 trees will get away if you ain't careful. If that was going to barber chair, if I was standing in that pile of slash and it barber chaired, you'd have found me over in the next county. That is not the safe place. I'm going to cover, this video's way longer than I wanted, so I'm going to quit yakking. I'm going to cover how I cut. Okay? I am a master cutter. I went through Soren Ericsson's game of logging. I did the whole thing. I was qualified for international competition and still am. But you know what? That's not good enough for the state of New York. I think you're going to see me get upgraded so I can cut state land. And this is going to be fun because I'm going to see if they'll let me film everything I got to do to qualify for that. Would you guys like to see that? Would that be fun? It would too. I'm going to go in there like a dumb old hillbilly who's never cut a tree in his life. That's what I ought to do. If any of you guys guys are watching, just ignore this. It's all in great fun, friends. Okay. Thank you so much for everything. Goodbye.